Hey guys, Dr. Ben here. I'm going to talk today about how you can actually lose weight through the holidays. I love it when patients start care this time of year and they're fretting and like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this with holidays and meals and going out for business parties and Christmas this and that and New Year's and all these different things. But in reality, they're the ones losing 15 pounds over the next month and they're feeling great and everybody else is going up in weight and hemming and hawing and like, oh my gosh, I need to lose weight and I now have to make New Year's resolutions and all those things. So here's the deal. You guys can take massive action today and over this next month and really change the outcome of what the holidays are going to bring and ultimately setting the stage for 2022, setting the stage for this next year and really everything that goes into being as healthy as feasibly possible. So stick with me here. I'm going to go over 6 tips right now, right today, that you can start doing that are going to change the outcome of your health and change the outcome of this next month. So great having you guys on. Pop down below where you're watching from. Love to see you all over the country, all over the world. We had 2 from South Africa yesterday. We get Europe and Asia and all the way Texas and Montana and New York and California and everything in between. So we love having you guys on. If you've got any tips, anything that you're doing over the course of this next month and that you're focused and dedicated on, put that down below. We love having this community. We love getting the feedback, the interaction, and I guarantee you if you've got a tip that you're doing, somebody out there is going to be able to use this, take it on, and take action with what you're doing. So, and even if it's one of the tips I say and you think that's crazy, go ahead and put that down below too. So, hey Mindy, great to see you there, and Ashley, great to see you also. So here we go, let's get into it. Things that you can do starting today. You do these when you go to your next party, do these when you go to your Christmas dinner, to your New Year's Eve party, to business Christmas party, all these things. Do these right now and right here, start making these changes. One of the easiest things that you can do, and it actually doesn't even involve the party, it actually involves doing something at home, and that is to pre-eat. And you want to pre-eat before going to a party. This is something that my wife, who's got a lot of food allergies, she's done for years. And so we go, okay, we're going to this party, we're going to somebody's house, whatever. And instead of going hungry, because that's what a lot of people would do, oh my gosh, there's going to be all this good food, and I haven't eaten since lunch, so I'm going to go there at 7 o'clock. By the time food gets out, and you're starving. How hard is it at that point to make good decisions? It's almost impossible, right? You're not going to be able to do that. How many of you guys have gone to that party? Give me a thumbs up out there. You go to that party and you step in and you're like, holy cow, they've got the bacon wrapped whatever, or they've got these, this crab dip or this 7-layer dip or whatever it is. There's some thumbs coming up there. You guys know what I'm talking about. And you're like, okay, I'm on this diet. I'm supposed to be behaving, whatever it is. I know that's going to jack with my blood sugar, whatever, but you know what? I'm just going to take a little bit and a little bit. All of a sudden, then you have a glass of eggnog and another drink and eating this, eating that. But if you pre-eat before you go, you're going to be so much more satiated. You're going to look at the food and go, you know what? I really don't need to be eating that much, and I'm going to make a better decision. And they've got some shrimp cocktail, and I'll just take some of those. Here's the other thing you can do. If you know that you're going to be around people that are drinking, that's a lot of alcohol involved, and you have that tendency to drink, same thing, pre-drink. don't that's not whiskey in the car, but that pre-drink bubbly water. So has anyone done this out there where you're like, okay, you know what, I know I'm going to be out with my buddies, we're going to be drinking some beer, everyone's going to be drinking wine or seltzers or whatever. Drink like 2 bubbly waters before going, and you're going to be so full of bubbles and carbonation that drinking much of the way of alcohol or beer or seltzer waters, any of those hard things, is not going to taste very good, and you're maybe going to have a few sips, and that is. So pre-eat, but also you can pre-drink your bubbly water. So those are going to be the first ones to prepare yourself. Number two is going to be to do after that party. So let's say you do go and, Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's or whatever the party is that you're going to, you probably ate a whole lot more calories that day than you should. The average person at a Thanksgiving meal will eat 3,000 to 4,000 calories that day. And, the pies and the mashed potatoes and the gravies and all these different things. So one of the things that you want to do is intermittent fast. Do some type of fasting either on the day that you're having this big party. Hey, Lana, great to see you. So you want to do some type of intermittent fasting. You can do that. So let's say you have this giant meal from 3 to 10 o'clock, you're at the party, you're at a family gathering, whatever it is. The next morning, do an intermittent fasting so you can get up, put some, I love the bulletproof coffee is a great way to do it. You can put in your coconut oil and some grass-fed butter, blend that up, and just sip on that all morning. And that's a great way to get your body to be able to just start burning through some of the leftover calories that you have just sitting in the body. Make sure that digestive tract is moving like it should. And that intermittent fasting, even on the days of a big party or of a big gathering, to go ahead and intermittent fast in that morning as well, have a little lunch, and then you've got your dinner. So that's going to be a great tool to help you offset some of this huge caloric intake that you're getting at those holiday meals. Number three is going to be to balance your blood sugar. So many of you are thinking about, that's just screw it. I'm going to have pie and mashed potatoes and all these things. But we had our Thanksgiving dinner, ended up having that on Sunday. We had went to a soccer game, Major League Soccer game on Thanksgiving. So here we go. You want to balance your blood sugar. So what we do, my son made a turkey. He injected it with some butter, some maple syrup, some things like that. And they had some mashed potatoes for the kids. But we had a spinach salad, strawberries, sliced almonds on the spinach salad. And we had that, had the turkey, and that was pretty much it. And so I didn't need a pie. I didn't need a mashed potato or a stuffing or any of these other things. It was really good. It was the turkey, had a really good salad, and that was it. So think about balancing your blood sugar. You can still utilize some of those foods and try a little bit here or there, but do it in a way that is going to keep that blood sugar balanced. So the way that you're going to eat with balanced blood sugar is by testing, retesting, and knowing what foods work for you and which ones don't. If you look at that big buffet of food that people have brought to that party and you're like, okay, I know those 6 things are going to spike me up, but I can have this other treat that I really like and it's going to be totally fine. So go ahead and eat some of that. Eat some protein, eat some good fats, eat whatever vegetables are there. Keep the sweeteners, even sweet salad dressings to a minimum, things like that. You want to, at a meal like that, you also want to BYO dish. So you want to bring your own dish of food and you want to say, okay, what can I eat? What do I know that is okay for my body? And I'm going to ask the host or whoever, hey, can I bring a dish? Can I bring, if they say only bring desserts, we've got a party on Saturday for our church, for our small group. And so they're catering. I don't even know what they're catering it with, but they said, oh, everybody just bring a dessert. And you're like, holy cow, how many desserts do we need? There's going to be like 30 desserts at this thing. And so we're probably not going to bring a dessert. We're going to bring some other type of dish that we know we're going to be able to eat and just go, okay, you know what? It's going to be there. If somebody else wants to tackle that and not the whatever's catered, they can do that as well. Make enough for other people. We'll get what we need and then just leave the desserts to everybody else. Here you go. After that Christmas party with family, whatever, go out with them and play football. Do some type of activity. We know that even doing some jump squats, doing some air squats after the activity is going to pull down that blood sugar. So number 5 is to do some type of activity. Go for a walk. If you're out at somebody's farm or ranch or whatever, say, hey, let's go check the fences, or let's go you walk the horse, or do something where you're getting some type of activity afterwards. That's going to pull the blood sugar down, and it's not going to allow it to spike up as high. Your energy is going to be better. You're going to be more stable. You're not going to get that turkey coma, any of those things that are going on there. So get some type of activity. Go out, go for a walk, go along the river, do whatever you can do to get movement after having that meal. Don't just sit there and flip through basketball or football games or whatever. Get up and get some movement, and you're going to feel a huge difference there. And number 6, you're not going to like this one, but it's going to be avoid alcohol at those meals. Really, and I'm going to pick on alcohol a little bit on this one, but think about this. Any drink that you're drinking that is full of calories, you want to avoid that. So do not be drinking eggnog. Do not be drinking any type of soda, anything, even like flavored coffees with a bunch of mocha latte, whatever is in there. Some of these drinks have 500, 800 calories per drink in them. So ultimately, don't drink your calories. For the entire month of December, do not drink your calories. And I guarantee you, just doing that one thing, you might even lose weight, but you're definitely not going to gain weight if you avoid those things. But alcohol is going to be a big one. That's going to be, maybe if you have a couple sips of wine, especially if you do something like a dry farm wines where they're a low sugar content, it's not going to spike the blood sugar as much. But if you're going and having a couple seltzer, yes, Michelle, I've always said I'd rather chew my calories. Absolutely. Let's get some real food in there. So here's the deal. If you want a couple sips, a little bit of alcohol, okay, sure, go ahead once or twice. But for the month of December, keeping alcohol to a minimum and knowing that your body is going to do way better without that. Your liver is going to be able to detoxify and just service the body a whole lot better. So keep alcohol to a minimum. Do not drink those extra calories. Save that for real food, for proteins, for good vegetables, for good fats, and you are going to come out of this month so much better than going in. It doesn't have to be this, well, I got to pick up the pieces on January 1st and screw it, I'll just change everything then. No, take massive action today and start this change. For the new year is going to be way easier if you jump in and do what you've got to do now. So use these tips. If you got any other ones, pop them down below. Share your tips on surviving the holidays and keeping your health at maximum. So love having you guys on. Tomorrow morning, we are going to be doing the live Q&A. Thursday, I will not be available for that one, but tomorrow morning, we'll be doing a live Q&A. So bring your questions, direct message us any questions that you have, and I will be addressing those. Bring anything that you want, and we have a lot to cover. So take care, guys. Be strong, and keep your body improving. Take care.